Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Namibia. Now, Namibia has officially entered a new chapter in advanced medical care with the successful completion of the country's first autologous stem cell transplant, an achievement once thought impossible without traveling abroad. Now, this milestone not only transforms cancer treatment locally, but also strengthens national medical independence as well as regional credibility. Joining us today to discuss this historic breakthrough are Dr. Kudakwashe Simba, clinical hematologist and transplant physician, and Madam Stephanie Kwambi, Managing Director of the Namibian Oncology Center. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Thank you.
Hi,
thank you.
nice to be here.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Doc?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, massive congratulations. What a milestone.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Congratulations to you too, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah. What does this milestone mean for you and to you?
I must say, I'm extremely proud. It's been a long 2 years of a lot of trust building and a lot of back and forth and understanding. I mean, Dr. Simba's been doing this for a while. For the rest of us, it's been a new project and a new program, so we've all had to learn on the go. But it's been great to see that different private organizations and government organizations can work together. And what has made this possible is that we've all focused at the thing at the center of it, which is the patient. So that's been great. There's been no turf wars, and we've all just gone forward and said, what do we need to do to make this happen? So I love that for Namibia, and I love that in terms of the group that we've created.
What I'm hearing you share with us is that everyone put their egos aside.
100%.
Yeah, and focus on what's at the heart of this matter, namely the patient.
Yeah,
How
sure.
precious is that?
That's great.
Doctor, what is it that stood out for you?
I think what stood out for me is the collaboration that we saw, because this requires, a lot of people to be involved, and also the trust that the team gave to me, to say, look, I've trained for this, and we can do this, and people don't have to travel abroad. I mean, spend a lot of money. I mean, close to about 800,000. We can do it locally. We can source things locally. We can, build capacity here, and then we can enter into this new era where we are now also, we are also now, part of, a new era where we've got, new technology that is coming in. I mean, if you talk about it in America, they will tell you it's old, but to us it's new because this is quite a huge, huge milestone for the country.
Absolutely, absolutely. Apart from what it means for our country in general, what does this breakthrough mean for cancer patients in particular?
Okay, so for cancer patients, basically, I mean, the cost. I mean, can you imagine, about 800,000. On top of that, the patient also has to bring their loved one. They have to stay in South Africa for up to 2-3 months. I'll give you an example. When I talk to people, I tell them that this is the same as going on holiday for 3 months. Who can sustain, a 3-month holiday? That's how the cost is. But if it is done locally, what that means is that we are keeping the resources here. We are also empowering people because we know that we've got a problem of unemployment in Namibia. Also, this will offset, other areas of healthcare. And also, this will also improve the healthcare of the country. Yeah, for sure.
And coming from your perspective, what inspired you to invest in this project?
So I think we started 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Dr. Simba approached the Namibian Oncology Center and asked, are we interested in looking at this and collaborating? I don't think it took us more than a second to say absolutely. The Oncology Center opened about 10 years ago, and the reason we opened was to provide cancer care at a very high level in Namibia. So this really just aligns with providing that extended care. We've got chemotherapy, radiation, now we can also treat stem cells. It's been interesting. I think it's been a lot of trust, so we've had to invest money up front, not knowing if it'll work or not. But I think that is what makes it special, that people have really decided we're going to make it happen. So for us, it's great. It really aligns with our ethos of providing cancer care to every Namibian at a very high level with brilliant treatment and aftercare.
Doctor, I would like us to take one slight step back. Many of us are lay people standing on the periphery, in awe, certainly, but not with a thorough understanding of the natural science behind it.
Okay, sure.
If we're talking about an autologous stem cell transplant, what on earth is that?
All right, okay. Let me make it simple for you. So basically what we are doing is this. we are taking your own stem cells, right? And then we harvest them, we put them in a fridge. What that does, it gives us the ability to deliver high doses of chemotherapy to kill all the residual cancer cells, because before we would have given you chemotherapy, but we don't clear all the cells. So what we do now is we give you very high doses so that if we don't put those stem cells back, you will not survive. So after a few days later of this high dose, we give you the stem cells, and then what happens is that these stem cells, they know where to go. So they go into the bone marrow, and then about 10, 11, 12 days later, they start growing in. So what we have done is we have wiped off the bone marrow, killed all the cancer cells, and we have returned your good cells back, and then you become like a new person.
What are stem cells in layperson's terms?
Okay, so these are cells that have the ability to regenerate to anything. I think people have heard a lot about stem cells. So what is happening is that each and every one of us, you've got these type of cells. Mostly you find them a lot in the bone marrow, but you can find them in other areas. So they can regenerate to anything depending on what the body needs and where it is. If it is in the brain, they can become brain cells. If it is in the eye, they can become part of the eye. If it is in the intestine, they can become part of the intestine. So this is just what the body wants and where the stem cell is. And then these cells, they then talk together, and then the cells then develop into the cells that they are supposed to be, so that, a human being can thrive.
They sound like magic cells.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Nomkhombe, you touched on the collaboration earlier as well in your introductory overview. Could you please deepen that understanding for us?
So we've got a team of 6. We've got the Namibian Oncology Centre, and that Dr. Simba is steering us all on. Then we've got Namibia Blood Transfusion Services. They had to take a major investment step. They had to buy a whole machine. So at some point we were sitting around the boardroom table going like, you need to order the machine now. And they're like, are you very sure? Like, hands in, we're very sure, order the machine. Then we have Pathcare, who also had to expand their testing capabilities to be able to do this. And we've had CAN, because it's very important to cover the social element, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to reach every Namibian. So not every Namibian has that support function. They might be traveling from outside of Windhoek. They might not have a home life where they can recover. So that's where CAN is very important and comes in there. I've said 6.
Right. No, the other one, I think the most important is the state sector. So, so I think basically what we are doing is, so this year it was the private sector, but next year we are engaging with the state sector. I also work in the state, so if you look at it, 15% is private healthcare, 85% is the public healthcare, and this is where most of our challenge is with regards to to cancer. So what we are doing is that we just wanted to have a proof of concept. So after that, then we go on a private-public, partnership. Yeah. Where patients are moving from one place to the other, depending on capacity, and then we try to assist, the whole population. So basically, this is not just for the private sector only. We are engaging with the state sector. So through the ABMA Cancer Clinic, I think it's well known. So I'm also a consultant there. So we are trying to push that. So next year, that is the plan.
Very well.
So the basis of this actually very much focuses on bringing the cost down, which revolves around the state. I mean, if we had to just look at private sector, we'd say, great, the medical aids will have to foot the bill and they can go abroad. But we've very much focused on the cost element, and that very much includes that we help the rest of the 85 and not just the 15%.
Absolutely. Doctor, I wish we had the entire day to
sure.
unpack this, but we don't. Can you just briefly walk us through what happened and how the patient is doing?
So, I mean, the patient is fine. They actually went for a church conference in South Africa.
Wow.
So,
subsequently?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think what is important is that this gentleman, he had decided to retire. But after this procedure, he's actually telling me that, he's going back to work.
Wow.
So he is, 63 years old, and he said, I've got, 2 years left, and I want to, continue working. I can't just be at home, I'm fine. So I think this is how important it is that, look, you are giving somebody, the opportunity to be himself,
And it's only for conditions that relate to the bone marrow in this instance?
Yeah, it's no. So basically, mostly you are talking about the lymphomas, which are cancers of the lymph node and bone marrow, and then the leukemias, which are the cancers of the bone marrow, and then the multiple myeloma, which is the big thing, which is also a cancer of the bone marrow. But also, you can also use it for other, what we call autoimmune disorders that are difficult to treat. Things like, lupus. They've got these conditions called stiff person syndromes. The neurologists will know about it. So we can offer that where we reset the immune system. So basically, and it has been shown that, it works because these patients, they can require up to like 500, 600,000 a year of care. And the medication is very expensive. But once you do that, you reset, and about 80 to 90% will not need the treatment anymore.
What a medical revolution. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Madam Kwambi, as we wrap up our conversation this morning, any message that you have for those living with particularly cancer of the blood who may have lost hope?
I think hope is here now. Hope is affordable now. And please reach out if you've got family members that have been struggling, where there's no hope in sight. Contact Dr. Simba, contact the Namibian Oncology Center. We're there to help. Thank you. Your final thoughts, Doc?
Right. So I just want to say, look, we've entered a new era. And I feel that, the country is on the map. And this shows what, the country as a whole, what we can do as a country. And I believe moving on forward, we need to focus on these new technologies. We don't want to be left behind, because what we do understand is that cancer and non-communicable diseases are now problems of the future. Before, it was the HIV/AIDS pandemic, if you remember very well. Now people are living longer, and the life expectancy is also increasing. So these are problems that are coming, and if we don't have a plan for them, it's going to be another problem like what happened earlier on with the HIV/AIDS pandemic, which took us 5-6 years to try and get on top of it, but we lost a lot of lives.
Madam Kwame, based on what the doctor is saying, just one final thought. There is an observation from us lay people that there appears to be a cancer pandemic in this country. Is it also your observation? Things seem very tough on that score at the moment.
It's definitely on the rise. I think what's happening, it's twofold. It's our cancer education is rising. So we've lost a lot of people due to what we think is pneumonia or just old age or something like that, but it has actually been cancer. So it's coming up in terms of our education being better. I mean, November, prostate cancer awareness, people that are tested have been far beyond what we've seen in the past.
That's a good sign.
It's a great sign.
Yeah.
And what we're aiming at is let's just catch it earlier, then we can treat it much better. So on the one side, our education's coming up, but on the other side also...
there is an increase.
Yeah, lifestyle cancers are increasing. Food...
Yes.
All of our vices are coming back to get us.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the great work that you continue to do. We're super proud. What a milestone.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.